Hey guys, Holland K2500 here. So if you don't recognize this car, then you might not own one, but this is a 96 Geo Metro here. Now I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on these things by any means. This has got the 3-cylinder 1 liter in it. However, something happened to me about 2 days ago. It was a bad coolant leak and it was very easy to figure out. So I'm going to show you guys why in case it happens to you. So it happened very quickly. I didn't see any steam or anything until I parked at Walmart. And noticed there was a coolant leak. Couldn't quite tell where it was. I bought some water in Walmart, started filling it up. And as soon as it started filling up, it just started leaking out the bottom. And I could tell that it was from right back in here. Now with the air filter and everything on in the Walmart parking lot, I could kind of feel back there, but it was hot, obviously, and I couldn't pinpoint exactly where the water was coming from. Here's the water pump that the pulley right there. But I could tell it was coming from basically right around the connection to the water pump. So how this system works, here's our thermostat, our upper radiator hose, and then that's really our lower radiator hose there. And as you see, it turns into a pipe. Okay, and then it's a hard pipe all the way where it goes into the back of the water pump over here. So I'll see if I can show you exactly what that looks like. It's gonna be pretty tough to see. Let's see. There we go. You can see the connection right there, right in the center of the screen there. So I already have it pushed in. I'm not going to pull it back out. But all it is there's nothing bolting it on there or anything like that. It's just a O-ring that fits in a little groove and then presses down or presses right into the back of the water pump. And that pipe is held in place by 2 spots. Right here on the transaxle. I don't know if it's different for the automatics. This one's a manual, like most are. Oh, it's a little too bright. So you can see that tab there connected to the pipe. And there's a bolt that holds this little cover onto the transaxle. And the bolt should be holding this piece on. So I don't know if someone replaced this at one point or something like that, but the bolt was there, but this was not attached to the bolt. It was just hanging off freely here. So I obviously did not notice that. And then back here, I'm not even going to try to show you guys this one. You have to reach from right back in here under the EGR. You can get your hand back in there. And there's one other spot. There's a little tab with a hole coming off of the pipe, and it goes into a spot right into the head there. That bolt was also missing, so who knows how long that one's been missing. So the bolt for that, it's a M6-1. Okay, that's the thread pitch. This is about a 12 millimeter bolt. That should be perfect. So I went to the hardware store, got one of those. And then I got a lock washer to go with it. And that'll be plenty long enough there. You don't really want it any longer than that. So this is a 12 millimeters long M6-1. So that holds right in there. I don't know the thread or size of that bolt there, but it's just the same as all the other bolts on the pan there. So this one was missing. Who knows how long, probably vibrated out. This one wasn't attached at all. And so at some point, who knows how long it's been like that, but yeah, at that day, it just decided to pop out. Now, a couple of things I want you guys to learn here if this happens to you. I tried to drive home about 15 minutes. It had a little water in there, but pretty much no water. It was just all leaking right out that pipe, and it did overheat a bit, so hopefully it's okay. But if you run into the situation and you don't have tools or anything like that, and you have water leaking from right here, go ahead and check that. You could probably even do it without taking the air filter off. Feel right past your dipstick. Right now I can grab that pipe super easily now that I know where it is. And if you feel that pipe wiggling around, or if you can, feel the edge of the pipe and that it's not secure into the back of that water pump, then that's going to be your problem right there. Obviously, it's got to be cool as well. But if you have a water leaking from right there in the engine, go check that out really quickly. And if you don't have any coolant leak issues, then that's good. I would go ahead out to your Geo Metro right now. Go ahead and check that fitting is attached, and get a light look from the side over here and double check that screw is in place, so that if it's still just hanging on in there, you can go ahead and fix both of those issues if either one is missing and not get that problem. But if you're stranded somewhere and this happens and you don't have either of those screws, go ahead and fix that. I think if I had felt that, I couldn't feel it in the Walmart parking lot and it was too hot. I think if I had waited a little longer and found that issue, I probably could have just popped that pipe back in, filled it back up with water, and probably, driven slowly home. I think it would have been okay. So anyway, prevent all that mess if you don't have the coolant leak yet. Double check those two spots. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the size of this. I think it was, I don't remember the size of it. I'm sorry. But this O-ring didn't seem bad at all. Nonetheless, at the hardware store, I just bought a new one of the same size, put it on there, and it just snapped in there pretty snugly. So I didn't have to go to the auto parts store or nothing. All right, Met fans, I hope that helps you if you own a Met or if you have a leak. And now you can prevent the leak. Thanks. Holland K2500 out.